Hello everyone and welcome to Sly Spy Gaming. So today I'm going to be taking you guys through my Hunter build and my Hunter deck and showing you guys exactly how to make the perfect balanced Hunter deck. Before I get into it though, I want to make sure that I tell you guys about our Midnight Suns fan Discord. If you're a Midnight Suns fan and you want to talk to other Midnight Suns fans, talk about the new Deadpool, DLC, upcoming DLC, potential season passes, the Midnight Suns lore, anything Midnight Suns, go and check out our Discord channel. I have linked that in the description below. Now let's get to how to build the perfect balanced Hunter deck. I figured that the best way for me to show you exactly how this build works and how my deck operates was to go into the threat room just to show you. Essentially, I bring Hunter on every mission, so I could do this in any mission as well, but it's just a lot easier to show you in the threat room where I will continuously pull his cards. Just to go over the two passives that I'm going into battle with. The first one being Master of the Hunt, which unfortunately you will have to beat the game for. However, a good substitute to Master of the Hunt is actually Ancestor's Guidance, which abilities do not exhaust. You can get Ancestor's Guidance by actually getting all of the Words of Power, which will require some exploration around the Abbey. The third alternative that you can use in this build would also be the Vengeance passive, which you get from reaching Friendship level 2 with Nico and Research level 4 and then researching the Borderline suit. I'm going to stick with Master of the Hunt for this. The other passive that I'll be going into, which this is crucial, will be the Balanced Collar. This is the biggest part of this build, as this build will rely very heavily on playing balanced cards as you go through a fight. As you can see here, the Balanced Collar, you have to play 3 power cards in order to earn this in combat. Once you have earned this and used this, it is a free use, so once you use it, you will be able to draw an additional 2 Hunter cards. I'll show you exactly how this works and why this is honestly the best build for Hunter. Additionally, the Master of the Hunt will take this from playing 3 power cards to only having to play 2 power cards in order to earn this in combat. That makes a huge difference when you're talking about a balanced Hunter deck. So let's take this into the threat room and I'll show you exactly how to build your Hunter to be able to easily take on the ultimate level 3 difficulty. So now we're in the threat room. We have just started here, and as you can see, I've pulled my starting hand. You'll notice again, obviously, I have a lot of different balanced cards, but I also have some dark and light cards as well. While these won't be necessary, the balanced cards that I do have in this deck, you will definitely need, and they will have specific mods on there that I highly recommend that you try to roll for. The first balanced card that you'll see in here is Quick Slash. And as you can see, I have 2 Quick Slashes in my starting hand right now. The first has apply to vulnerable, and the other has apply 1 marked. It is almost crucial that you have at least one of these Quick Slashes with apply 1 marked or percentage to apply marked. But if you can get a mod roll that will allow you to apply marked on the targets that you hit, you will definitely want to keep that and use that version of Quick Slash. And I'll show you exactly why here. As you can see, I won't be killing this Solus here, but using the Quick Slash plus with the knockback and applying 1 marked, I can knock him into this other Solus, which will essentially refund my card play for me. Additionally, applying the 1 marked will allow me to use heavier or greater strength attack skills or heroic skills to take him out without actually using up a card play. So I'll use it on him right now just to show that off.
As a child, I feared the service.
And this is kind of a bad example because every Solus that you kill will give you a refund in card plays, but just to show you the Hunter deck exactly as how I have it, I just wanted to play as Hunter. So now that I have used that Quick Slash, you'll see that this Solus is marked. The next thing that you want to use, if you have it in your hand, you'll want to use Wrath. And again, these Wrath cards, you want a specific mod on there. So this may take some work to actually get, but once you get it, you can make a Hunter that will pretty much be able to take out anyone by himself. The mod that you're going to want on this Wrath card is Draw the Last Attack Played. So as you can see, I just used it here. Not only will this allow you to, again, pull that quick slash attack back into your hand. But if you do have the Master of the Hunt ability as well, it will reduce all the collar thresholds by 1, essentially giving you the ability, because Wrath is a balanced card, giving you the ability to pull this balanced collar and will allow you to pull an additional 2 cards for free. So I'm going to actually do that right now. The reason that I'm doing it before I do anything else is because of the fact that I'm going to want to use these other 2 quick slashes. If I don't pull a balanced card, I'll want to use these other 2 quick slashes so that I can get another balanced collar. If you do not have the Master of the Hunt ability, you will have to unfortunately play 3 balanced cards, but that isn't really that big of an issue with the deck that I have set up. So let's use the balanced collar and I'll show you how that works. Most likely what this will do is it will pull the 2 Wrath cards. I could be wrong, but that's my guess.
This is a serious predicament.
Nope, so it actually pulled Holy Spark and Wrath Plus. So, again, Wrath Plus, what you're going to want to have on both of your Wrath cards is the ability to draw the last attack plate. Now, before I go through this again, I want to actually go through my mindset on exactly why I have these other cards in here that aren't balanced cards. The first one that I have on here is Mindbender. It doesn't really matter, I guess, what kind of mod that you have on here. The reason that I have Mindbender in here is actually because of the fact that in some missions you have those heavier elite type enemies that will actually guard certain locations or specific, I guess, people, like the Hydra agent, for example. What I use this for, I actually use that on them, and they will typically get out of that guard mode, allowing you to complete objectives, attack your targets, whatever you have to do. That is why a very, very good alternative to the Master of the Hunt ability is having that Ancestor's Guidance passive ability instead. It's a good substitute because you can pretty much use this, it won't exhaust, and then you can use it to pretty much work on multiple heavy enemies, taking them out of their guard stance and attacking enemies as well, as a kind of a plus bonus for that. You'll also see Heal in here and Bladestorm. Bladestorm I'll be getting to a little bit later, but Heal Plus, I kind of just use that just in case the battle does go on a little bit longer. The mod that I have on here is Apply 2 Strength, so really I'll use that if I have to draw an additional 2 cards, if I'm not able to continue going, or if I just want to make certain cards stronger. You'll see Holy Spark in here, which I have in for a reason. You'll notice that all of my attack cards do have Quick. That is because you want to refresh as many card plays as you possibly can. So you'll see that I have Quick on here, and the additional mod that I have actually re-rolled a couple of times to get on Holy Spark is that if Hunter has full health, it does an additional percentage of damage. As you can see, if Hunter has full health, again, a good reason to have that heal card, it will do an additional 194 damage. This card comes in really big handy when you do have those bigger enemies and there aren't any of these low health or instant kill enemies around. You'll want to use this Holy Spark card. If you do have a version like this with additional damage on it, you'll want to use it to pretty much take out those bigger enemies like that. Again, I'll keep going, and if you can, really, I would say I would personally recommend trying to get Quick Slash with the ability to apply Marked for both of your Quick Slashes. Obviously, that is pretty difficult because getting Marked is a pretty rare mod. But if you are able to do that, I highly, highly recommend it because it puts you in situations where you can utilize the other characters more frequently. Many of the characters don't even have quick attacks or very minimal quick attacks. So being able to utilize them essentially as a quick attack model of a card really allows you to kind of diversify your squad and be able to essentially bring anyone in as long as you have Hunter with you in a mission. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to really try to get as many of these bigger enemies with Marked as I can. It really doesn't matter because my Hunter is so extremely strong at this point that I can pretty much take on a ton of enemies alone with him without too much help. Again, I just use Quick Slash. I'm going to use Wrath to pull my Balance Collar again because I just used 2
be a
balance.
great-
I could essentially just keep going all day doing this. It's pretty easy at this point. Once you have this build, currently not on
You were too
ultimate,
weak for this
but
fight.
yeah, just keep essentially rolling through this. I do want to get to a point where I'm showing you exactly how to utilize Blade Storm again, which is a balanced card, which is exactly why I have it in here. Go, I'll pull.
This shall be of great help.
Quick slash again. On top of it, what Wrath really does for you is it gives cards in your hand critical. The fact that it's free is also a huge bonus for it being a skill-based card. I could pretty much, here, I'll do it right now, I could use both of these Wraths. I'm not going to pull a card, but I can use both of these Wraths for free to pull
Let us
a
see if they have an answer for this.
balanced collar card, which would allow me to, again, pull 2 more Hunter cards if you were in a normal, mission or something like that and you didn't have any Hunter cards available. Unfortunately, this
Your
deck
mother
isn't really
abandoned.
conducive to building a ton of heroic very fast, but it will allow you to save your card plays for when you absolutely need them. Again, when you're with other characters and not obviously in a threat room with just Hunter himself. So now that I do have Blade Storm, I can essentially use this, and once you do have this upgraded, a big part of this card's, I guess, versatility, you could say, is the fact that you can draw a card for each KO. So, again, if you do have heavier enemies that have Mark, this is a fantastic card to use at that point, because if you do end up killing that enemy, you're essentially just refunding a card play while doing heavy damage in a huge area. Additionally, it gives you that added bonus of drawing a card for each KO, and the fact that it's a balanced card will add to your balanced collar ability as well. So,
Consider it done.
so that really just covers everything about how to make the perfect balanced Hunter deck, especially for Ultimate 3 difficulty. If you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, again, make sure that you guys go and check out that Discord channel as well, where I'd love to talk to you about more decks, my favorite characters, my favorite character decks, my favorite character squads, and check out some of my other videos as well, where I do kind of dive a little bit into some beginner tips, best squads for early players, and much more. So, until next time, everybody, this is SlySpy Gaming, signing out.